For today being the last good day as a weather-wise in Syracuse, New York, and it's starting in the 30s, believe it or not. It goes to show you how freaking, insane weather can be. Going to a high 56 degrees, staying all sunny to say the least. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode Lucas E. Allen Productions on YouTube and all audio platforms. The Lucas E. Allen Show. With your podcast for your Wednesday, October 29th of 2025. Been a hot ass minute. It's almost been a week since the last done a podcast. So I think it was basically October 23rd last time I saw you guys. I discussed more things there. There's been a lot of some moving stuff. I've been doing some Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts to say the least. Go check those out if you watch on YouTube. It's about basically all recapping basically almost the whole show of NXT Halloween Havoc. So go check that out if you missed it already. Got done, and also upload some of my thoughts on the stupid bullshit we're discussing today's podcast about WrestleMania 42 freaking video being teased about the shoes. Yeah, they teased shit about shoes, and now being produced to be WrestleMania 42. Nothing like an Andrade return, nothing like a Chris Jericho return, or nothing like that. At least a tease of that. They basically teased about fucking WrestleMania 42 and taking place in the same stadium it took place at WrestleMania 41, being Allegiant Stadium, to say the least. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today, by the way? Let me know in the comment section how your day is doing. Watch on YouTube and Spotify. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Lucas E. Allen. Watch on YouTube today. Hit the like button on today's video. Hit subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn the bell for post notifications up on YouTube. And also leave a comment to get my episode for your Wednesday, October 29th of 2025. Watch on Spotify. Do the same thing. Leave a comment on today's podcast. And also a 5-star would be nice as well, to say the least. Let's get started today's podcast introduction. So first, your AEW Dynamite October 22nd, 2025 review. I know this is the week after the 29th today, so this is what it is. I'm a little bit late on my podcast and what review shows, to say the least. We're discussing Dynamite today. Also, discussing WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda reportedly in hospicized care. We're discussing that. Also, recent WWE social media vignettes result in a poker-themed WrestleMania 42 promo video. Like I said, the other stuff, clickbait bullshit, money grab bullshit from World Wrestling Entertainment to WWE. We're discussing that. Also, more bullshit, Asuka, not her in general, but says she isn't bothered by Bill Goldberg's comments. You want to know about that? We're discussing today's podcast. Bill Goldberg is a fucking piece of crap, man. He's so fucking egotistical. So much so I put out a tweet on Twitter, and also a Facebook post, and also Instagram post, saying Bill Goldberg, at bare minimum, is in the top 3 most egotistical egos in all professional wrestling history. People might say Hulk Hogan. People might say, like I said, Bill Goldberg. Probably somebody else as well up there, to say the least. I mean, that must be rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, by the way, to say the least. We've discussed that basically in the times of this different stories, say the least. We're going to discuss Bill Goldberg's comments about Asuka. Also, some backstage details on expected return timeline from WWE star Liv Morgan. Also, some AJ Lee, the final thing to discuss here. Clarified social media hiatus following a fake Facebook post. I think it was later last week when I was discussing my last podcast, not the Wednesday podcast of last week. We discussed AEW Lee's hiatus and basically a book tour. Well, it ended up being freaking fake, man. I got work in that bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, reported to say the least. We're gonna discuss everything in today's podcast. Go ahead and join me. So I just want to say it's your Friday or Wednesday show. Lucas E. Allen Productions, your Wednesday, October 29th of 2025. Let's go on to today's podcast. Starting with, you guessed, your AEW Dynamite October 22nd, 2025 review. Starting with the Ops, Samoa Joe, Katsuyori Shibata, and also Powerhouse Hobbs. Defeat the Hurt Syndicate MVP, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. To retain the AEW World Trios Championships to start the show thanks to Ricochet costing the Hurt Syndicate the match. And also after the match, Samoa Joe got on the microphone to say every championship is his to take. This, my friends, is an overall grade of a C-. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't give a flying fuck about 6-man tag matches. I don't care about this. I'll just show you how freaking ridiculous the trios titles really are to AEW. And then really after the match, Samoa Joe, who turned heel with the Ops, and Katsura Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs that wrestled him against Hangman Adam Page, did not make one single, like, basically worthy of an explanation why he attacked Hangman Page. What the fuck kind of ridiculous bullshit writing is this, Tony Khan? Like, you can't come up with some at least semi-decent explanation why Samoa Joe and Katsura Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs turned their back on Hangman Adam Page and turned heel, basically. No explanation was given here. Why the fuck should I care? I kid you not, why should I freaking care about bullshit like this? Just generally asking the honest questions here, TK, Tony Khan. This gets a C fucking minus. The match's not even that good in general, so move on to more bullshit filler. With the AEW flag in his hand, Darby Allin said he would die for AEW and he would keep fighting the Death Riders as long as they stand. This, my friends, is a big fat C. Oh my goodness, man. What is this fucking show? What is this show? Starting off with poor fucking grades here, in all honesty. This show is something else, am I right? Not good stuff at all, man. Why is Darby Allin still feuding with the Death Riders and Moxley? What, is this going to lead to Moxley getting his back turned on by the Death Riders? Only one can fucking hope at this rate. Because I am done with the fucking Death Riders fucking pretend to be hostile takeover. Like, why are they still as a stable here? Why? They already been disabled the moment that Darby Allin beat them at Wrestle Dream. It's not at all in Texas when Hangman Page and the Death Riders Ring of Terror with the world title. Should it ended there realistically? No, we're still continuing this bullshit Death Riders. I'm gonna give it a flying fuck hostile takeover. Why? Why? Oh why? Oh why? A big fat C is your grade. Moving on to sort of a better grade. Jamie Hayter and Queen Namanata defeat Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford, Sky Blue and Julia Hart, and Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron to win the right to choose their opponents for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Title Tournament. This gets a C+. Very good match. Don't care. And why the fuck does Jamie Hayter, all because they win a match here, Jamie Hayter and Queen Namanata get to choose their opponents? It's like, for example, let's go to sports or something. Let's just say Chiefs beat down the Bills in the AFC Championship game. It's like when they go on to the Super Bowl, they can choose like the Browns, they can choose like what? Give me a team. The New York Giants, the face of the Super Bowl. That's what it's like to me. That's what it's basically like to me. You can't, why are you fucking doing this shit? It makes no fucking sense. I don't get that whatsoever type of logic from Tony Khan and Creative Room and the creative minds in AEW, the lack thereof, you ask me. Oh my goodness, man. What is this damn show? How are you supposed to care? How am I supposed to care? It's the grand, the title tournament, to win the tournament a little bit of the bracket in a minute. It actually looks not that bad. Do I think this still should be AEW Women's World Tag Team titles? Fuck no. Absolutely not. The match is good. I don't seem to care. This is just another fucking bullshit 8-woman tag almost. There's 8 women in this match. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? C+ is your fucking grade. Not that it was a bad match, but still, you get the point. Moving on to Chris Statlander, the reigning defending AEW Women's World Champion, Harley Cameron, Room, Mercedes Monéz, the reigning defending 12 belts Moné, now it also reigning defending AEW TBS Champion, Championship Celebration. This gets a B-, man. It was probably one of the better Mercedes Monéz Championship Celebrations here. Not that I'm enjoying the title celebrations, because we win so many titles. Not that I hate the gimmick, I love the gimmick. I actually like the gimmick. It's pissing off a lot of people online. They like they did Mercedes dirty. They basically the Mercedes did them dirty. They basically treated this woman as. And basically a relationship. They were dating Mercedes for bullshit like this. There's some example like that I'm pointing out to you. I don't hate the gimmick, people. I like the gimmick. But what's the end goal with this? Why didn't she get me dropping those titles? That's what I'm interested in seeing. And by the way, Statlander and Monet is also confirmed for also full gear for the AEW Women's World Title. If Mercedes wins that title, I'm out of a Mercedes fan. I'm gonna be kind of pissed off at that. So I like the 12 bouts because there's only one of them that could do it AEW. Only one of them's got to do with AEW. That's be a TBS title. I don't care about the other ones around her, like the CMLL Women's title and the Best Young Women's Championship. I don't care about those. That's her own thing she's doing in independent scene. I don't mind it. I don't mind implicating it in the television shows. There's so many titles as it is anyway, so why the fuck just do it even more so? It don't mean shit to the company. It don't mean shit. Not that I want them to be offended on television, like I've heard. Like, I believe there's some person like CMLL is challenging Mercedes for CMLL Women's World Title. I believe I had a Collision this week. I don't fucking give a shit for that, but it's a Collision. What do you want me to do about that? That's just Collision. I don't have to fucking tell people about that. Go watch Collision. Want to watch that? I don't care what you say. But this, I hope Chris Statlander retains. I'm a Mercedes Moné fan. I am myself. Statlander needs to win. If the Mercedes beats Statlander, what is going to happen from there? What, is she win the whole women's tag team title tournament? She's in that tournament, by the way, with Athena against Adam. It's hard to hear sirens outside my house, so sorry if you hear sirens. Outside my studio, not my studio, my interim studio, to say the least. Sorry if you hear fucking sirens, man. It's outside my control. We're going back to your regular standard topic here. What happens if Mercedes wins? I think that's not a right decision there. Obviously, you want Statlander to win. If Statlander wins and Mercedes loses, is Mercedes going to want a big time losing streak? Me lose those titles, all the titles, and not most of them? I don't know. Shall wait and find out what that to say, at least. This second one is okay for what I was giving it a B-. It's best thing up to this point, honestly. Not that it wasn't great at all, but it's solid for what it is. B- is your grade. Moving on to more bullshit filler matches. Kyle O'Reilly versus Jon Moxley ends in disqualification after Moxley punched the referee. C fucking plus. Not that's a bad grade, so it's an okay match. Should be lower though, if you ask me. Who the fuck cares about this? How are you supposed to make me care about this, Tony Khan? Gently asking the honest questions here. How am I supposed to freaking care? Nothing. You can't make me care about this. C plus your grade. There's nothing else to promote in this match. It really isn't. C plus your grade. Also, it led to another 6-man tag flying fuck tag match here. Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong defeated Death Riders. Another C plus, and how fucking boring. Another 6-man tag flying fuck match, another C plus you get. I mean, it should be lower though, if you ask me. I'm a generous guy. It's lovely Wednesday morning, to say the least. Or Wednesday afternoon, returning noon, to say the least. Lunchtime area, to say the least. Bringing this podcast on probably like 7 o'clock. Probably knowing me, honestly, because I had a lot of shit to do today. But this gets a C plus. Who fucking cares about this? I know. Moving on to the worst thing on the show. Kyle Fletcher, the reigning defending AEW TNT champion, has a promo mocking a chicken. Yeah, mocking a fucking chicken. This is what the show's come to, people. And Mark Briscoe interrupted it about another match with Fletcher for the TNT championship, but Don Callis said no. This, my friends, is a D fucking plus. What is this damn show, man? I'm not like one of those deadbeat freakos I like to call them. I'm not like those deadbeat freakos that like to freaking like hate AEW for the sake of hating AEW. I love AEW. I want them to succeed. But doing shit like this, it's not gonna make you succeed, brother. Not making you succeed there, brother. Just say, put a Hulk Hogan voice there. Oh, not a great Hulk Hogan voice, but you get the point. Fucking more fucking filler, bros. D fucking plus is your salaries. No, probably the two best grade 3As on the whole show. AEW revealed the tournament to determine the first ever AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. The matches revealed are below here. Jamie Hayter and Queen Namanada versus Sky Blue and Julia Hart. We got Will Nightingale and Harley Cameron versus Mercedes Moné and Athena. That should be a banger match. Also got Megan Bay and Penelope Ford versus Anna Jay and Ty Mello. Okay, there's say at least. Probably go Megan Bay and Penelope Ford win that. And also the other matches prediction, probably go Mercedes and Athena to defeat Will and Harley Cameron probably. And probably Jamie Hayter and Queen Naminati to defeat Sky Blue and Julia Hart. That's probably the only unpredictable match, so I think that's up to that point, honestly. And also the last one, we got Tony Storm and Miya Shirakawa taking on Alex Windsor and also Riho. I'm probably going to go with Tony Storm and Miya Shirakawa winning that. That is the whole bracket. You're probably going to more than likely get Tony Storm and Miya Shirakawa against Mercedes Moné and Athena for the finals there. That's probably what's going to happen. Who wins? I would probably go with Tony and Miya. Even though the first ever champions of Mercedes and Athena won't be so bad either, but I don't see why that'd be nice to do that either. Unless Mercedes does not beat Statlander at Full Gear, which, by the way, it makes me think. If Statlander is not in this tournament, but Mercedes is, it's probably more looking Mercedes is probably losing at Full Gear. I don't know yet. I don't know if that's the case. I'm just probably putting my thinking cap ahead here, as most people do not do as a content creator, obviously. I'm just making a guess here, probably. But probably Mercedes not going to probably beat Statlander in Full Gear. I just don't see that happen. It's just me in this tournament here. I just don't see it. If that's the case, and I'll be saying I was fucking wrong, people. I'll be honest, I'll be wrong there. But I just don't see Mercedes Moné in this tournament. Why would she be in a tournament as women's champion and TBS champion? What, you have 3 titles in AEW, be 13 belts or 14 belts, Moné? That's going to be kind of overkill, man. I ain't going to lie. Especially if she doesn't lose any of those titles. We can wait and find out what that to say, at least. You're probably looking a lot of Tony and Mina against Mercedes and Athena probably in the finals of this tournament to say, at least. But give us a B. It's not a bad tournament stand up here. It's not a bad tournament looking like. Like, Will and Harley Cameron against Mercedes and Athena should be a banger. Other than that, like, the first round doesn't look too enticing to say at least. Maybe Jamie Hayter and Queen Naminati against Sky Blue and Julia Hart could be decent. Maybe even Tony and Mina against Alex Windsor and Riho could be something, but I highly doubt it, honestly. That's my thoughts on this. It's probably going to Mercedes and Athena against Tony and Mina at the finals, probably for whenever that takes place. That gets a B. Well, it's the best thing on the show, the main event. Kazuchika Okada defeats Bandito to retain the AEW Unified Championship in the main event. This was very fun, man. Gotta be honest. Give it an A-. By far the best thing on the damn show. By far the best thing on the fucking show. The match was freaking great. It's an A-. People give us like an A+, like a match in your candidate. I would not go that far, but probably the best match of the month, maybe? Yeah. I probably would say so. But as a year standpoint, I would not go that far. It could be like the debated back end of like a top 10, maybe. Just maybe. But as like a top 10 list, I don't know, it'll be up there, but nothing's going that ready. So we got at least November and December to go into, also end of October to say at least. This match is freaking great. I love both guys. Love Okada, love Bandito. I prefer Bandito be going to defend his AEW Tag Team title tournament, his tag team title. I do believe it's announced for Full Gear. But that's a different story for another day in itself. I gave it a distant A-, and by far the best thing on the show. As your overall show for AEW Dynamite, October 22nd, 2025, is a C+. And that is your AEW Dynamite, October 22nd, 2020 review on this podcast. So I'm going to the rest of the show to say at least this podcast. Moving on to WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda, formerly known as IRS, obviously, reportedly in hospitalized care. It has been barely 2 years since the wrestling world has shocked by the loss of Wyndham Rotunda, also known as WWE's Bray Wyatt, who suddenly passed away at the only age of 37 years old. The impact of Wyatt's death is still felt several years later, both from an on-screen perspective, as since Staple, the Wyatt Six, continues to honor Wyatt's legacy, and out of the ring as well. As fans, family, and friends who continue to cope with Wyatt's loss, and unfortunately for the Rotunda family, there is more hardship likely on the way. Taking to X Tuesday morning, also known as Twitter obviously, former WWE wrestler Linnelly Kai posted a photo of herself hugging Wyatt's father, WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda from earlier this year. Kai then revealed that Rotunda has been placed in hospicized care, though she provided no other updated details on the matter. Kai said she would treasure the photo that she and Rotunda took forever, and asked wrestling fans to keep Rotunda and his family in their prayers. She says in that quote, "We love you, Mike," Kai says to close out her post, to say at least. Definitely wish Mike Rotunda nothing but the best for Bray Wyatt's father and everything. That sucks to hear. Because I believe, obviously, Bray Wyatt's now gone. And obviously, we got Brody Lee gone from, and obviously, Luke Harper and AEW and WWE, respectively. And it's getting interesting there, man. It's getting interesting as the guys and gals getting up there in age and everything else, and probably lose them sooner rather than later. Sucks to see, and we'll see IRS, Mike Rotunda, hopefully in better health going forward, in all honesty. I don't know how old he's off the top of my head, but I just looked this up right now. I'm going to find my facts here. Let's see, man. I looked this up on good old Google. How old is Mike Rotunda? He is 67 years old. Yes, he's 67 years old. So he's not like that old. He's not like in his 70s or something like that, but we just wish that man nothing but the best. Keep up there and keep get his prayers on his podcast. Nice prayers in the comment section on YouTube and Spotify. But the prayers from Mike Rotunda and his family, to say at least. Thoughts and prayers go out to Mike Rotunda and his family this lovely evening or afternoon, to say at least. Yeah, moving on to more bullshit got to rage about on this podcast, boys and girls. Recent WWE social media vignettes result in a poker-themed WrestleMania 42 promo video. Oh, fucking joy. The hype for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas continue with a new poker-themed promo video. The hype's gonna all come up and it's gonna flying crashing down, bro. That's how it is. Featuring a quartet of top stars and Oracle of WWE's chief content officer, Paul Triple H Levesque. The video, narrated by Levesque, sees the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar gathered around a table for a game of poker with Levesque and Paul Heyman intensively looking on and saying, "They say in Vegas, everyone's got to tell." Levesque said, "A blink, a breath, a moment that can't be controlled. But the great ones, they use to their advantage. They own it. They've got them right where they want them. The rest just haven't figured it out yet." Oh, we figured it out yet, Hunter. You're just nothing but a clickbait fucking bullshit artist there, Triple H. That's what you are. And it shows here. All the freaking social media vignettes, all the shoes, and people think, oh, is this Andrade coming back? Or he just made his AEW return? Is this Chris Jericho? Is this somebody else from NXT? Somebody like that, you will think, right? No, it ultimately was to promote WrestleMania 42. The same venue that hosted 41 at Legion Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Ultimately, more of a money grab bullshit from your, not just from any other bullshit company, but also social media. All the vignettes you saw on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, probably, I don't even know about that, but whatever. All the hype for this, ultimately fall flat on its face. Ultimately promote WrestleMania 42. Not a good look for WrestleMania 42 either. Definitely not a good look at all. Obviously, don't know what the top of my head was the match to be for this event. Nor do I fucking want to give a shit at this race. We got the W get last this year in 41 Las Vegas. This is all fucking hype, bro. They're using WrestleMania as a fucking hype fucking prop, man. Also, give them money in their fucking wallets. Whether it's TKO, Nick Khan, Ari Emanuel, Triple H, whoever fucking runs this shit. That's all it is. It's sad. It is sad what this company is fucking come to. It is fucking sad. They're all about selling their soul to the mighty fucking dollars. Not just John Cena selling his soul to The Rock. It's Triple H and TKO Group Poland selling their soul to the fucking mighty fucking dollar. That's all it fucking is, people. That's my thoughts on this bullshit stuff to say at least here in this podcast. With the WrestleMania 42 promo video being clickbaited by fucking social media fucking shoots, to say at least. That's my thoughts on this, to say at least, like I said. Moving on to even more shit got rage about in this podcast, believe it or not, boys and girls. Asuka. It's not got rage at Asuka. I love Asuka. Asuka says she isn't bothered by here's who I've got rage about. Bill Goldberg's comments about her undefeated streak in 2017. Oh, joy, Bill. Oh, fucking joy. Let's just start with this report here. Or this this article, to say at least. Asuka has responded to recent comments from Bill Goldberg stating that there is no need to make a big deal at what he said regarding her undefeated streak. Asuka, I love you, girl. I love you, but there is a little, there is to say the least. Not about you. I understand your perspective coming in around this. But just not you and Joe. It's just fucking Bill fucking Goldberg's egotistical fucking mind. That's what we're raging about, Asuka. We all love you. We all love you, Asuka. It's also this Bill fucking Goldberg we don't like and can't stand professional wrestling still you same year in 2025. In 2017, WWE promoted Asuka has surpassed Goldberg's famous undefeated streak, which when she achieved her 174 consecutive victory when she was the NXT Women's Champion. On a recent appearance on A Real Talk with Mike Burke, Goldberg said the following about his streak being broken by Asuka. He says, and I quote, "Some girl at WWE," yeah, he calls Asuka some girl. I'm sorry, he's one of the all-time greats in women's professional wrestling history, Bill. Get your facts right, piece of shit. For some random girl at WWE. How fucking ridiculous do you sound, Bill? They did it on purpose. Oh, they did it on purpose, Bill. Yeah, they really cared so much about WCW, as you mentioned here. We're going to get into it right now. I have nothing against the girl by any means, but yeah, I was part of WCW when they were kicking their ass on the Monday Night Wars. He was right there, honestly. He's right there. But doesn't mean you got to make it about Asuka. Now, one side just dissolves. Wait, I lost my words. I didn't know what was going on at the time. I was just on one side, one of the sides, and now one side just dissolves and the other consumes everything. So they can treat everyone and everything they want. I think there is always going to be the bird in their ass. That was what was a part of the company. Where I was the champion for a very short period of time. Yeah, the Universal title run was to fucking put the reins in a dud there. To say the least. Maybe he's talking about WCW, so I don't fucking know. He's thinking about here. And we were beating them in the ratings. So talking about ratings bullshit. Once I do, I'll be honest, I do like the AEW ratings to say he's a dime. I do care about that because it's falling off the face of the earth. But whatever, that's a different story for another day. Should we go back to the report here? Asuka responded on X, formerly known as Twitter, by saying that she was not upset by the remarks. Goldberg's comments about me were all over the news right now, but honestly, I'm not bothered by him at all, nor should she, honestly. Asuka wrote what he said came from his own perspective, and that's fine, so there's really no need to make such a big deal about it, to say the least. I do like her mentality. She can easily rip this man apart, honestly. But she was honestly professional, unlike Bill fucking Goldberg here, obviously. That's Asuka being professional, obviously. She can say a lot more shit about Bill Goldberg, not bad, no fucking eyelash, man. Moving on to Asuka, then elaborated on her personal philosophy, explaining that her focus is in creation rather than just accomplishments. Listen to my philosophy. It's not about what I accomplish, it's about what I try to create. So Asuka like that mentality. Philosophy and vision. Hey, man, she mentioned the vision. She's gonna join the fucking vision of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Yeah, I doubt it, honestly. That's where the real value is. I don't find meaning in anything without beauty. She stated, unquote, she stated that records and titles are secondary to our primary goal of creating a new era. I've achieved every record, every title, but those are just milestones. What really matters is opening a new era, creating the moment that separates before Asuka and after Asuka. Having the power to change an era, that's where true value and beauty exists. Like that type of mentality from Asuka, by the way. Asuka concluded her post by reinforcing this idea. I don't chase records or championships, they're the ones that come to me. There is not enough art in this world to say, at least, and quote to finish it up. Now, I like her mentality here, not making it about Bill Goldberg. I like the fact about that. Nor should she. She should not be affected by this old ass Oldberg. That's what it is. Bill Goldberg's nothing but a fucking egotistical fucking idiot. All he does is spew bullshit about agendas all because he thinks he's the chosen one. He thinks he's the fucking chosen one, people. Always on this podcast of Lucas Eon Productions, always the four more famous words, fuck Bill Goldberg. Actually, three if you have to be honest there. Always three famous words, fuck Bill Goldberg. To wrap up this segment on the podcast for today. Alright, people, I assume I probably better likely be the last time reaching today's podcast, man, because like I said, there's just a lot of things I get off my chest. It's been a while since I've done a podcast. We're on the backstage details on expected return timeline for WWE star Liv Morgan, a lovely Liv Morgan. This past June, Liv Morgan endured a separated shoulder injury that silenced her for the remainder of the year, leaving WWE without one of its top stars in the women's division. At the time of her injury, Morgan was still one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, alongside Raquel Rodriguez, but since then, she's been replaced by the most recent member of the Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez. Although the timeline for Morgan's return is still uncertain, there's recently been an update regarding her health status and possible creative plans once she's back in action. According to PW Insider Elite, it's expected that Morgan will return to the in-ring by early 2026, probably like around Royal Rumble season, with there being a possibility that she comes back even sooner when she's progressing well for her physical rehab. The report noted that many sources within the WWE are thrilled to see Morgan return to the women's division when she's ready. The former women's world champion is also said to be one of the most popular WWE stars in Saudi Arabia. There you go. And with the Royal Rumble being held from their rehab next year, the company will likely want her back and healthy by January. PW Insider also assumes that WWE will try to keep Morgan's return closely guarded in order to get a biggest fan reaction possible. Which I love to fucking hear that, by the way. I love to hear that, because also Liv Morgan's been doing one of the MVPs for all 2024, even some sort of 2025 as well, before she went on an injury in June. You want to keep that girl in the possible, the best, fan reaction possible. You want to keep her at least semi. I'm not saying like a CM Punk 2023, when he was obviously kept ridiculously secret, obviously. We all don't want to expect him to return in Survivor Series in Chicago, Illinois, in 2023. I'm not saying it's going to be like that possible. It could be kind of close there, honestly. Liv's it's definitely popular in Saudi Arabia, as the report said. So, in all honesty, that's it all but confirmed to be the odds-on favorite to win the 2026 Women's World Rumble. You think all the time I had, right? Knock on wood. That's what should be happening. It should be Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan at WrestleMania 42 for the WWE Women's World Championship. I know Roxanne's not a champion right now, probably Stephanie Becker. But sooner rather than later, Roxanne Perez should be the one to dethrone Stephanie. I know we got the match 1-1 on Raw, obviously. I don't think that's meaning anything, though. Obviously, she lost, obviously. Obviously, she won. It probably alarmed me. But obviously, she did not win the match. Obviously, not entirely to say at least. Did pick up a win against Nikki Bella this past Monday Night Raw. We discussed in the Raw review a couple of podcasts for not to say at least. But there you go. I hope to see Liv Morgan back, man. She's one of the MVPs of whole 2024, man, for women's division. Probably some sort of 2025, too. Probably the only fucking highlight, that women's Elimination Chamber match. Not unless they only highlight that Elimination Chamber match in 2025 this year. It was freaking very good. But Liv Morgan was obviously the popular woman in that match. She even won it. She went to the finals. She went to the last two without hearing Bianca Belair to say at least. This should be interesting to see Liv Morgan back singing around Lampard in 2026. So probably a Royal Rumble match. Probably want to win that match. Probably face Roxanne Perez at Women's World Title WrestleMania 42. That's my pick for those two women at WrestleMania for the say at least in 2026 to say at least. Those are my thoughts on this for sure to say the least. And finally, everybody, for your Lucas C. Allen Productions podcast, your Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. AJ Lee clarifies social media hiatus. The lovely AJ Lee following fake Facebook posts. So it's not me fooled, honestly, so much reporting the podcast last week. AJ Lee has notably taken a leave of absence from television since competing alongside her husband, CM Punk, to take on Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch in a mixed tag team match at WrestlePalooza. Naturally, fans have been concerned about this since they expected her to be more active, and because of this, when a Facebook account claiming to be AJ Lee herself posted an update, and I quote in quotations, obviously, updates, Everyone believed that it was making the post about herself. Obviously, I put the woman confirm that account. She does not go on Twitter. Hi, BBs. I think that's how you say that. I don't have a Facebook account or any other social medias besides this X account, or Twitter, obviously. And a verified Instagram account, to say the least. Lovely fucking Facebook bullshit fucking fake posts, to say the least. Sometimes I really regret joining Facebook and have a podcast about more content creating on Facebook. Sometimes, so much so I don't even post like reels or anything on it. Some people post like Instagram and Facebook reels. I just post Instagram reels. I don't post any Facebook reels. It's all fucking clickbait, bro. It's nothing but all about clickbait. I try not to be involved in that bullshit. But it's all fucking bullshit clickbait Facebook. All false fucking narratives. All false fucking statements. And you know what's real, what's fake, to say the least. I think it's all fake, honestly, but still, that's just how I feel in all honesty. So AEW is not on a fucking hiatus. She's just been on a book tour, we all thought last week. She's not on a book. She's just probably taking a little bit of absence, to say the least. Hope to see her back sometime on Survivor Series, maybe built up. Maybe she's inside War Games, man. I'd be interested in there, to say the least. Those are my thoughts on AEW for today. Now, that is your Wednesday, October 29, 2025 podcast on Lucas E. Allen Productions on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas E. Allen Show. Thank y'all for watching. Lucas E. Allen Productions for your Wednesday podcast for October 29th, 2025. On Lucas E. Allen Productions on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas E. Allen Show. And catch y'all next time, hopefully, knock on wood. Tomorrow, for hopefully more sports content, we'll discuss the NFL Power Rankings for Week 9. And also Week 9 2025 NFL preview predictions as well. Until next time, show us to be next time. Peace, love, I am out. Take care. I'll be all big time, to say the least.